Hey guys, and welcome to the first video on my new channel, Gav Talks Games. Now, this is a channel that I've wanted to start for quite a while now. However, I haven't really had the topic that I wanted to start everything off with. You know, that first special topic to start this journey. Now, the topic that I've decided to talk about today is Pokemon Go. I've had Pokemon Go for about 48 hours now, and I really think that I've had enough time to digest the game and give you an informed first impression, I suppose, that I have kind of obtained throughout the last 48 hours. So first off, I am absolutely blown away by Pokemon Go. It is a blast, and it is actually far more substantial and has a lot more substance than I first thought it did when I heard about it a while back. And there's really three things that make Pokemon Go so amazing to me. The first is that it is just fun. It really brings you back to that 6-year-old you, 10-year-old you playing Pokemon and wondering what it would be like if Pokemon were in real life. I remember when I was 7 years old and I'd be walking to a soccer game with my parents and I would look over at a bush and be like, that would be really cool if a Geodude popped out of there or a Caterpie popped out of there. Any sort of Pokemon popping out of there, something in real life that I could catch. And this is probably the closest thing we are ever going to get, unless science catches up and they create some Pokemon. So it is absolutely a blast. I'm walking down the street, I feel my phone vibrate, and boom, I'm catching a Pidgeotto, or boom, I caught a Jinx, something like that. It's really, really fun. Second, you get to be a gym leader, right? You can take a gym. My buddy and I yesterday walked around our area and took a couple gyms. And this is really fun, not only because it is a battle and you get to beat somebody, you get to take their spot as gym leader, but also because of the social aspect. This game is broken down into 3 teams, red, blue, and yellow, and you battle for control of the gyms. And you yourself can only leave one Pokemon in any given gym. So if you want that Pokemon to become that gym to become an impenetrable fortress, you need other people on your team to also add Pokemon to it to make it harder to take. If it's just your Pokemon, somebody's going to come in with their 6 Pokemon, beat the crap out of your guy, oust you from the gym. However, it's not the same if 5 people on your team have prestiged your gym enough to put 5 solid Pokemon there defending it. So this really harkens into my second point, which is that this game is social. Not only are you playing it with your friends, which I have done, I've gone for walks with a bunch of friends, but you're also meeting random people in real life who are playing as well. I used to run cross country when I was in high school, and one of the unwritten rules, I suppose, of going for a run is if you ran past somebody else who's also on a run, you would wave, you would nod, you would acknowledge them in some way. And this seems to be true in Pokemon Go as well. If you're walking by somebody who's clearly on their phone catching a Pokemon, you'll nod at them. Some people will point at their phone, go Pokemon Go, and you know there's a bond there, a sort of brotherhood, so to speak. So it's really, really social. An example of that is last night while I was cooking dinner, I checked my nearby Pokemon just for fun, saw a Cloyster. So knowing it was important to me, my girlfriend took over cooking dinner and I went out on the hunt. I walked a couple blocks and I saw a couple, one on a bike and one on rollerblades, frantically searching the area as well. So I walked over to them, asked them what they were searching for. It turns out there was a Porygon as well, and my phone just was lagging a little bit and hadn't updated. So I joined them in the hunt for the Porygon. My phone updated and I was able to help them. And we ended up catching the Porygon as a team, myself and 2 people I had never met before. So that is incredible. It really makes you work with people that you've never met face to face, which is really, really cool and something that not a lot of video games do. And lastly, it gets you active. A lot of the bulk of my walking these days is walking to and from class, to and from the gym, and things like that. However, I haven't really just gone for a walk just for the hell of it in quite a while. And this game really made me do that. Friday, I think I walked 10 kilometers. Saturday, probably around that as well. And this was on trails in areas I hadn't actually gone to in the city before. And it was really, really cool to bring me out and into the world a little bit for a little more of a prolonged period of time. 10 kilometers is not a short walk, and I was really happy at the end to have done it. So that's the 3 reasons why Pokemon Go has really blown me away. It's fun, it's social, and it's active. Now, before I go, I'm just going to give you a few tips. The first is when you're searching with friends, make use of those numbers. Spread out. if you're looking for the same Pokemon, spread out. Check out how each person's phone reacts. Is the Pokemon becoming closer? Is it moving towards the top left of that nearby Pokemon list? Are the steps decreasing? If you're all searching side by side by side, you're essentially the same as one person walking around. So make use of those numbers. Second, CP isn't everything. Look at the movesets of your Pokemon. If somebody has 15 CP less than the current Pokemon that you want to evolve, but has way stronger moves, think about investing some Stardust, making that your new main Pokemon of that type, and go with that one instead. Because moves do make a difference. The more powerful the moves, obviously, the easier it will be to win those gym battles. And lastly, have fun. Honestly, a lot of people that I've seen have been having an absolute blast, although I know that some people, when they can't find the Pokemon, they're getting a little worked up. The Pokemon will return if you don't find it the first time. It's not a big deal. You're there to have fun. Keep in mind it's a game. If you don't catch that Tauros this time or that Dratini this time, there will always be more opportunities. So just take it in stride. Be a persistent Pokemon trainer and catch it the next time you find it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Good luck hunting those Pokemon.